How is everybody tonight? If you're wondering, I'm Joe Newberry, that's Susie Crate. If you like what you hear, we're Susie Crate and Joe Newberry. If you don't, we're Sonny and Cher.
Take me back to the place that I left, all the warm hearts that sheltered me there, of the man and my children of whom I bereft, for the old home again I do sigh. So take me back to the place where I first saw the light, to the sweet sunny south, take me home, where the mockingbird sings me to sleep every night. Oh, why was I tempted to roam? Take me back to the place where the orange trees grow, to my pond beneath the evergreen shade, where the flowers in the river's green margins did grow, and spread their sweet scent through the glade. The path to our cottage, they say, has grown green, and the place is quite lonely around. And I know that the shapes and the forms that I see now lie beneath that dark mossy ground. So take me back to the place where I first saw the light, to the sweet sunny south, take me home, where the mockingbird sings me to sleep every night. Oh, why was I tempted to roam? And yet I'll return to the place of my birth, where the children have played round the door, where they gathered wild blossoms that grew there in the path, will echo their footsteps once more. So take me back to the place where I first saw the light, to the sweet sunny south, take me home, where the mockingbird sings me to sleep every night. Oh, why was I tempted to roam? Oh, why was I tempted to roam? Thank you. Well, we like to start with that because that sort of is a song about when we met. We met in Mount Airy, I think. Either that or we met here and we met again in Mount Airy, whatever.
That's sort of the geologic past. So,
Yes, very true.
But Susie and I were in a number of bands together 40 years ago, just about, when we started playing together. And we've gone on to do lots of other things. And occasionally we'll get together and we'll play music, and it's always fun. And I have a blend with Susie that you can't buy it, and you either have it or you don't. And it's so much fun to sing with you, man. Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah.
All right.
But one of the things to say about Sweet Sunny South, I won first place at Mount Airy in 1984 in the folk song competition.
Yes, you did.
And the next year, Joe won first place for Make Me a Palette. So we're going to sing that next. Make Me a Palette. So we're going to sing that next. It's so funny because how many of you heard Joe on the Grand Ole Opry? Anybody? Okay, well, he was on the Grand Ole Opry last weekend. Yeah. And my ears perked up when the host mentioned, he looked to Joe and his music partner and said, "You guys are historians."
Why, yes.
Yeah. But it's true in many ways. folk music is history. All that good stuff.
Ron, if you could take just like one half, just a little half push up on this vocal, that would be great. This comes from the singing and playing of John Hurt and also Doc Watson. It's called Pallet on the Floor, and it goes like this. Make me down the pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low. My good best gal will never know. Make me down the pallet on your floor. Well, never drive a stranger from your door. Oh, never drive a stranger from your door. From your door. Don't you never know, never drive a stranger from your door. He may be your best man, you'd never know. Oh, make me down the pallet on your floor. Make me down the pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low. Oh, my good best gal, you never know. Make me down. Don't you let my good girl catch you here. For she is like to shoot you, cut you, stab you too. Ain't no telling what that gal might do. Don't sound good. Oh, make me down the pallet on your floor. Make me down the pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low. Good best gal will never know. Make me down the pallet on your floor. Give everybody my regards. Give everybody my regards. I'm going, even if I have to ride the rods. Give everybody my regards. Before you go, you better make me down. Make me down, pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low. My good best gal will never know. Make me pallet on your floor. All right, oh my gosh.
We're going to sing a beautiful, I was going to say love song, but it's probably a heartbreak song, but that's a love song. We used to forget who it was by, and we said it was by Will Ashburn. It's called Ain't No Ashburn.
Oh, Won't Ashburn. No, it's by Walt
Aldrich. Yes.
We learned this from Carl Jones. We had a band many years ago with Carl Jones and Mal Creddick, Susie Creighton, myself, and this is it's a beautiful song. So shall we just jump into it?
Yeah, it better be beautiful. We told them it's going to be.
Love is a precious thing, I'm told.
some things are always bound to change. There ain't no ash will burn. Love is a precious thing, I'm told. Burns just like West Virginia coal. But when the fire dies down, it's cold. There ain't no ash will burn. In this musical interlude, there are some chairs right here in the front. If you want to come down, we'll underscore your walk down. It's not like the walk of shame. You say this life is not your lot. I can't be something that I'm not. We can't stoke a fire we ain't got. There ain't no ash will burn. You know it. Love is a precious thing, I know. It burns just like West Virginia coal. But when the fire dies down, it's cold. There ain't no ash will burn. In every life there comes a time when there are no more tears to cry. You must leave something dear behind. No ash will burn. Love is a precious thing, I know. Burns just like West Virginia coal. Dies down, it's cold. There ain't no ash will burn. There is one lesson and learn. There ain't no ash will burn. What are you doing here? What is this?
It's a commercial. Hi, folks. On behalf of the Bynum Front Porch Board and all of our volunteers, thank you for coming out tonight. And this is where you go, woo, 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 woo. Very good, very good. Just a couple of announcements. We have a bathroom over here, plan ahead, especially if you get a Coke or ice cream back in the back. We didn't have a food truck this evening, so we'd have to munch out. Announcements that we do. We have a special fundraiser to actually raise the building, and the cost on that has been from $25,000 to $150,000. So usually the money that we raise goes to scholarships, but we also have this going on as well. And I will be going around passing the hat. This is their evening jobs, so give until it hurts. Exactly. Exactly. Susie will tell me if I forget something. She's always telling me I'm forgetting the hat. But there are variations to that. We are a 501c, so you can take us off your income tax. But we appreciate your coming here tonight to hear these lowly couple who've been together for quite a while. Let's have a hand for them, please.
I will say we don't see very many $1,000 bills, but there's always hope. Hope always springs the time.
Always springs the time.
Making a sandwich from a homegrown tomato. Up in the morning, out in the garden. Pick you a ripe one, don't get a hard one. Plant 'em in ripe one, don't get a hard one. Plant 'em in spring, eat 'em all summer. Winter without them is a culinary bummer. Forget all about them. Get you a big and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things that there's only two things that money can buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes.
We've never seen her before.
When I'm feeling down, there's one thing for sure. Nothing that a homegrown tomato can cure. Put 'em in salads, put 'em in stews. Put 'em in salads, put 'em in stews. Make your own tomato juice. Eat 'em with eggs, eat 'em with gravy. Put them on the side, put 'em on the middle. Put your homegrown tomatoes on your pancake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, what? Homegrown tomatoes, what could life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things that money can't buy, and that's true Here we go. If I could live this life I lead, I would be Susie Tomato Seed. I would be Susie Tomato Seed. I know what this country needs. Homegrown tomatoes in every yard I see. I went in a box in a cemetery. Out in the garden would be much better, where I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes. Pushing up homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would life be without homegrown tomatoes? There's only two things. Love and homegrown tomatoes. That was a Guy Clark song. Yes. Y'all remember Guy Clark? Okay, yeah. Remember Guy Clark? Okay, yeah. There's lovely, if you Google Guy Clark and homegrown tomatoes, you'll find a funny YouTube of him where he can. The audience is sort of not helping him
his
out.
own work.
That's true. Well, now on a totally different mood and subject. This is a song that I learned from Alice Gerard. I'm sure you've heard of her. Amazing music, 90-year-old pinnacle of folk music. Just celebrated her 90th birthday and gave an amazing concert at Pine Cone. And she has just, last year she recorded an album and this song was on it. She has a wonderful. Gather round, take a warning, you mothers. Gather round, warning, you mothers. Gather round, take a warning, you fathers. Gather round, all my sisters and my brothers. Old Jim. I thought Jim Crow was on his deathbed. I thought I saw the carver carving his deathbed. Carving his deathbed. Thought they wrapped him in his winding sheet. But he's done snuck out and he's taken to the street. You better gather round. got's done gone. You better gather round and take a warning, you mothers. Gather round and take a warning, you fathers. Gather round, all my sisters and my brothers. Old Jim Crow's trying to come back again. In 1965, we almost got him. He hollered and we cursed, but we kicked him to the bottom. In 2024, he's coming back once more. Backhand, gerrymander, it's all the same Jim Crow. You better gather round, take a warning, you mothers. Gather round, take a warning, you fathers. Gather round, all my sisters and my brothers. Old Jim Crow's trying to come back again. He's sweeping across the land like an old southeaster, all dressed up like a two-brick preacher. Bony fingers reaching for the hard-won prize, trying to steal away before our very eyes. You better gather round, take a warning, you mothers. Gather round and take a warning, you mothers. Gather round, all my sisters and my brothers. Old Jim Crow's trying to come back again. Old Jim Crow's trying to come back again. We gotta kick him back into his hole again. So a lot of the songs that we happen to sing down here in the South are about coal mining. It's a big part of the economy, not necessarily in North Carolina, but in parts nearby. And this is a song that Jean Ritchie wrote in the 70s from a woman's perspective, as she stated. I'm going to take a drink of water before I try this.
I'll give her a note, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of good old Pentecostal single note lining out, maybe sing a little bit. It's a song that Susie sings so well. But if you hear me do a single note and you want to do that single note, sing it along. How many people here were in choirs in school? Don't do that. Do a single note and we'll get along just fine.
Oh, say, did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the coal. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia his home. It was getting near 12, I was feeding the children. Ben Mosley came a-running for to give us the news. Number 8 is all flooded, many men are in danger. And we don't know their numbers, but we fear they're all doomed. So I picked up the baby and I left all the others to comfort each other and to pray for their own. There's Jimmy, 14, and there's Bob, not much younger. Their own day was just coming to go down the dark hole. Well, if I had more money to do more than just feed them, I'd give them good learning, the best could be found. So when they grew up, they'd be checkers and weighers, and not spend their life working in And what will I tell to his mother back home? And what will I tell to my heart that's clear broken? To my heart that's clear broken since my darling is gone. Oh, say, did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the coal. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia his home.
You know, when you sing these songs, when we go around and we play them for folks, and when we teach them at music camps and gatherings, you have to remember these are not just words. These are not just words, and these little nuggets. What will I say to my heart that's clear or broken? Oh my goodness. Beautiful job there, Susie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tight here on the capo.
All right.
Another mining song. This actually I learned from the singing of Hazel and Alice. It turns out it was written in the 20s by Trixie Smith, who was a vaudeville singer.
I've been writing with some great folks the last couple of years, and a new favorite writing partner is a guy named Jim Lauderdale. He's a singer who lives in Nashville, sort of walks that line between bluegrass and country, and Jim and I, when we write together, either he'll come up with an idea for the session or I will, and then we'll sort of go from there, and it usually goes pretty quick. I had this song, Heaven's in My View. I brought that phrase to our session about a year ago. I had seen an old friend, and an old friend now has different meanings. What they say, old is 15 years older than you. He's about 15 years older than me. And I hadn't seen him in a while, and I said, "How are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right." But then he said, "But heaven's in my view." Oh. I couldn't stop thinking about it. So we wrote this together, and I love hearing Susie sing on this. I see you looking at me, tuning. Yet I care not. I consider myself sort of like an aircraft mechanic. You know, you're sitting there in your window seat. You watch them work on that engine. You don't mind waiting for them to do their job, do you? Kind of want them to do their job, don't you? Same with tuning a banjo. Clouds are rolling in, the rain is coming fast. I will not pretend I know how long I'll last. I think of my companions and how they're growing few. Although my feet are on the earth, sweet heaven's in my view. When I was a young man, I thought as young men do. I would encounter falsehoods, but I'd believe them true. Now watch the frost upon the ground turn into morning dew. Although my feet are on the earth, sweet heaven's in my view. I recall the folly, the memory of youth. Held many birds in my two hands, I watched them as they flew. I'm listening for the sound of wings, I hope they're coming soon. Although my feet are on the earth, sweet heaven's in my view. And I feel my soul a-bending upward from the clay. My earthly body sending me to judgment day. Now I am remembering everything I knew. Close my eyes one final time, Sweet heaven is my view.
Such a great songwriter. Very well. So we're going to sing a couple songs about West Virginia. I like to put them together in a medley. The first one is written by Utah Phillips, and I was kind of surprised to learn that because I thought he was sort of a Western guy. Utah and everything. Anyway, guess that has nothing to do. Anyway, so the story behind this one, Green Rolling Hills of West Virginia, he was apparently traveling through West Virginia in an old car that had a leaky radiator. So they needed to stop frequently for water. And he said that when they stopped in the urban places, the people they met complained about there being no jobs. And when they stopped in the more rural areas, which there are a lot of in West Virginia, the people talked about the mountains and how they loved the mountains. And one woman said, "They'll keep you and never let you go." Yep. And I guess he went driving on and just could not stop thinking about that and wrote this song. The second one is written by Hazel Dickens, who grew up in West Virginia and moved up into the city, up into the big city, as it says. Amazing songwriter, played for many years, sang many songs for human rights and rights for minors, etc., women, and etc. And of course, she and Hazel recorded a bunch of albums and traveled all over the place before she passed. Trying to remember how the first one starts. Green rolling hills of West. No, that's not it. Is it? Okay, thank you. It's so nice to have an audience who knows the song. The green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. My daddy said, "Don't ever be a miner, for a miner's grave is all you'll ever own." Oh, it's hard times everywhere, I can't find a dime to spare. These are the worst times I've ever known. But the green rolling hills of West Virginia, sing along if you know the words, are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. So I'll move away into some crowded city, in some northern factory town. You'll find me there. Though I leave my past behind, I will never change my mind, and these hard times will follow me always. But the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. And someday I'll go back to West Virginia, to those green rolling hills I love so well. Yes, someday I'll go home and I know I'll right the wrong, and these troubled times will follow me no more. West Virginia, oh. And this life I've got, it's not the one I thought I'd find. Still remember why I left so free, what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be. But I can still remember where I come from. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia's where I belong. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird and fly back to those hills, the place that I call home. Oh, I've paid the price for the leaving, and this life I've got is not the one I thought I'd find. Let me live, love, let me cry, and when I go, just let me die among the friends who remember when I'm gone. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia's where I belong. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird and fly back to those hills, the place that I call home. Home, home, home. Oh, I can see it so clear in my mind. Home, home, home. And I can almost smell the honeysuckle vine. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird and fly back to those hills, the place that I call home. Home. Thank you.
Well, I played with Jim Watson for many years, and I hear his voice in my head, gospel time on the program. Mighty fine.
It's the wrong time of year, but we love this song, and so we're going to sing it anyway.
There you go. Well, it might be slightly early or slightly late, but you were never too far away from Sunday morning, especially on Saturday night.
There you
So
go.
this is called, and I learned this when I lived in Arkansas. It was a very popular song when I was a young man, called Just as the Evening Sun.
Just as the evening sun,
Just as the evening sun
just as the evening sun
was sinking in the golden
west, hanging between 2 feet, hanging between 2 feet,
they crucified the Son of God.
mocked by the multitude, mocked by the multitude,
they placed on him
a thorny crown. Love like this was never known, Jesus dying for his own.
just as the sun went down. Love like this was never known, though you may search the wide world around. we've got no use for him, they cried. Then by the mob he was crucified. Just as the sun went down, just as the evening sun, just as the evening sun was sinking in the golden west, hanging between two thieves, hanging between two trees, they crucified the Son of God. Mocked by the multitude, mocked by the multitude, they placed on him a thorny crown. Love like this was never known, Jesus dying for his own, just as the sun went down, just as the sun went down. Well, we know our crowd, so we're going to play one more. We're going to take a 5-minute break for 10 minutes. We'll see you in 15.
Maybe turn on the air
Maybe
conditioner.
turn on the air conditioner. There you go.
I feel like I'm back in Greece.
We'll come back and we'll do all different music. We won't repeat a single song. We care just that much about you.
This is a song by Dylan Buston, an Indiana folklorist, native, etc. I think you introduced this as something like the going back to the country movement. Anyway, it's called Moonlight in the White Pines.
I myself was in the back to the country movement. I was raised in the country, and then I went to the city, and then I went down to Arkansas. It was the hardest conversation I ever had with my father.
This sounds like a song, Joe. Maybe you
It
should
could be,
write a
yeah.
song.
It would be a dirge because it was very sad. It was the only wry chuckle that I ever heard from anybody. You know, the wry chuckle. I said, "Dad, I'm going to drop out of graduate school and move to Arkansas to play the banjo," and he did this. So that's my back to the land.
There is a highway into the country. There is a gravel road through the hills. There is a small lane winding through the meadow. There is a footpath into wilderness. There I found a log house built by a settler. I found the old barn built by his sons. I found the orchard abandoned by their children, all forgotten by everyone. Moonshine in the white pine, shadows cross my lane. Lamp glow through the window there to welcome me home again. La 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 la, la 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 la, I've been a reporter, I've been a bellhop, I've been a farmhand, I've shoveled my load. I've been a poet, I have been an artist, I've been a singer out of Brooklyn Road. I've lived in Cumberland, I've lived in Cambridge, I've lived in Hollywood, and I've lived in Maine. Some days I'm yearning, some days I'm content. Yearning returning, returning again and again. Moonshine in the white pine, shadows cross my lane. Lamp glows through the window there to welcome me home again. La 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 you know that footpath, you come and meet me. You know the weekdays that you'll find me there. You've seen that moonshine shadow cross my meadow. You've seen the lamplight go in my hair. A snake in the cellar, a mouse in the cupboard, cow in the sleep walk, the fog at the spring. We'll be awaiting, we'll have a lamp of burning. We'll be just yearning for what you will bring. Moonshine in the white pine, shadows cross my lane. Lamp glow through the window there to welcome me home again. La 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 Thank you. We'll be back soon.
Couldn't you're just right, and then you're like, and sometimes you're thinking and getting into this way. Sometimes you're thinking nothing.
You guys are live.
Look at Devin with that.
Actually, it was Luke and Bonnie that popped it out. Devin came along after Bonnie.
Okay.
And I found back, so like, you know, way back in the way back.
And it was interviewing everyone?
Interviewing everyone you were able to see. Yeah, I gave her.
Please, no. Talk to my agent. I gave it to Joy. To watch.
Tell people to calm down and pay attention. When they raise their hand.
Unless you don't want to walk off.
Yeah.
cutting more wood. From November to March, when the winter winds are harsh on the field. There ain't a stove any good without wood. I could be out. When the kindling is dwindling, the bottom logs get soggy. Oh, the ricks and sticks and racks and stacks makes you wonder where to go. Oh, the sassafras, it burns too fast, it turns to fire. It never lasts. The white oak, it likes to smoke. You blow it till you think you choke. The hickory is just a tree to remind you of the ecstasy of having a pile of good wood. I said wood, firewood, there ain't a soul in the world that's gonna do you any good without wood. We should, you could, I could be out cutting more wood. Well, the Scandja and the Jopel brand, they come from far across the sea. The Fisher kind and timber lines are from here in the country, but with all the rest, but to the test, the one I like the very best, the one my Uncle Wadey made for me. He took an oil drum, starting from the septic tank, and 4 1/2 he cut a draft, and then he made a damper crack with an old broom from the back room. He painted her fire engine red and said, now watch her consume your wood, firewood. There ain't a stove in the world that's gonna do you any good without wood. I should, you could, I could be out cutting more wood. When the spring rolls around and I spade the muddy ground, I have often found I lay my straw away, the shed is empty, and yet you can make a bet I'll forget to be cutting more wood. From November to March, the winter winds are harsh on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's start over. The old timers say to cut a little every day and store it away to season well, but from March to November I rarely do remember. December will find me in a rut without wood, hardwood. There ain't a stove in the world that's gonna do you any good without wood. I could, you should, I should be out cutting more. What do you think your stove is for? You could really use some more wood. So do we have any Bonnie Raitt fans out there? So when I reflect back on kind of how I learned to sing harmony by ear, I give her credit. Yeah. I remember locking myself in my room as a teenager with her first album, where she's in a black velvet dress with a piano, acoustic piano, and she's playing bottleneck, and her bass player Freebo is playing a tuba for the bass. Anyway, long story short, my daughter always tells me I say that and then I tell another long story. She wrote this song. She doesn't write many songs. She does amazing job of interpreting other people's songs. You know that. But she wrote this song, she heard this story and wrote a song, and she actually won a Grammy for it, I think, last year. And I wear a different pick for this. And did I bring it? I think I need a thumbnail. I think I left it on my music stand. Gosh. Wow.
If you're going to be a partner in the morning, you got to be a partner at night.
I'm not going to ask what that meant. I watched him circle round the block, he finally stopped at mine. It took a while before he knocked, like all he had was time.
things weren't so clear. I'm looking for a Libby's Ann. It said I might find her here. So I looked real hard and I asked him what she's got he's looking for. Said there's something I think she'd want to know, and I let him in the door. It's not like me to trust so quick. It took me by surprise. Oh, but something about him gave me ease, right there in his eyes. Just like that, your life can change. If I hadn't looked away, my boy might still be with me now. He'd be 25 today. No knife can carve away the pain, no drink can drown regret. They say Jesus brings you peace and grace. He ain't found me yet. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. When he sat down, he took a deeper breath, and he looked right in my face. He said, I heard about the son you lost, how he left without a trace. I spent years just trying to find you, so I could finally let you know that it was your son's heart that saved me, and a life you gave us both. And just like that, your life can change. Look what the angel said. I lay my head upon his chest, and I was with my boy again. I spent so long in darkness, I never thought the night would end. Oh, but somehow grace has found me, and I had to let him in. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Thank you. Now, apparently she heard this story. It's a true story, and she wrote the song.
It's a good one.
So I can pick that.
That is yours.
Okay.
I'm like the Johnny Appleseed of thumb picks. I brought one for everyone here today. Well, during the stay-at-home time a few years ago, I had not. I went from 210 days on the road to my living room, my kitchen, my den, and the bedroom. That was home. But a world opened up to me outside because I had never really paid much attention to birds, and we put up some bird feeders, and I just became a nut for it. And so I spent hours watching, and I thought of the phrase that they're a blessing on the wing. And so I wrote this with my friend Eric Gibson. And,
banquet of color on gray, a blessing that comes on the way. I watch from my window as day becomes night, their comings and goings, they bring me delight. It always takes my breath away, that bluebird blue that came today. Red birds are souls who have gone, so the legends all say. Come back to earth in a song, their prayer rings out through the day. I watch from my window as day becomes night, their comings and goings, they bring me delight. It always takes my breath away, that red bird, red king's I wish I could see what they see as they float on the cool winter breeze. Blackbirds are always around, their dreams mean work that's undone, like coal on the snow-covered ground that burns in the bright winter sun. I watch from my window as day becomes night, their comings and goings, it brings me delight. It always takes my breath away, blackbird black, redbird red, bluebird blue that came today.
Okay, so it's important to know, I know that some of you know who Saikon is. I know that Hope and Charlie know who Saikon is, and I know a bunch of, now I know that some of you else, some others of you, what am I saying? Okay. Well, Saikon lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. He still lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he's well known for writing songs that unite people, protest songs. There's a great song he wrote called The Packers of the Peaches. I'll do that with you sometime. It's very long and it's a tongue twister. Do you know that one? Anyway, so I used to sing and tell stories for a scant living, and I used to sing this song. And he actually, you remember who remembers who Jesse Helms was? Okay. So this song is written from the perspective of Jesse Helms. So you have to think of me as singing it as Jesse Helms. That's important. I am not me.
Give me a minute.
Okay. I was born in North Carolina, a place where men are men. Some folks call me senator, but you can call me friend. I've served this state for many years. Ask anyone what I've done. And I supported right to life in 1991.
Well, I got up the next morning just to have some time to think. My stomach felt real queasy, like I'd had too much to drink. My chest felt really funny, it was tender to the touch. And I knew that something changed, but I didn't guess how much. Well, the mornings got just awful, and I'd get to work real late. The senators all joked at me, "Hey, ain't you put on weight?" My feet were sore and swollen, and my pants all fit too tight. And I swear that something kicked me in the middle of the night. So I went to see the doctor. I was feeling old and tired. He looked me up and down, and then he looked at me real hard. He said, "We've got a problem just speaking among us men. I'm making you an appointment with an OBGYN. I didn't get excited. No, I didn't scream or shout. I said, "Doc, this here's my body. Can't you work this whole thing out? I'm just too old and ugly to be anyone's ma or pa." He said, "I'd like to help you, but you know the law's the law." So I begged him and I pleaded and I got down on my knees. I said, "Doc, this here's my body. Can't I treat it like I please?" He said, "I'd like to help you because I know that's why you're here. But you know the vote comes round again about this time next year." What happened to him? Anybody keeping track of him? Okay, on a more serious note.
It's gospel time. It's gospel time again, Joe.
I can't do it like you do.
Gospel time on the program.
Hazel Dickens song. Whoops, I missed it.
You gotta do it, that's it.
I feel the shadows. It's too slow. Let's start over again. I feel the shadows now upon me, and the angels are calling me. Before I go, dear sisters and brothers, won't you come and sing for me? Sing those hymns we sang together in that quaint little church with the benches all worn. How dear to my heart, how precious the moments we stood shaking hands and singing our song. My way is long, my way has grown weary. I have traveled a road that is long, and it would cheer my poor heart, my dear brothers, if you sing for me just one song. Sing those hymns we sang together in that quaint little church with things all warm. How dear to my heart, how precious the moments we stood shaking hands and singing our song. In my home beyond the dark river, your sweet face is no longer I'll see. Before we meet where there's no more sad parting,
let you make a mistake, they won't know.
Just keep smiling.
That's it.
Like it's all supposed to be that
That's how we
way.
planned it. That's how we planned it.
Another song from Alice Gerard. She has a way of writing songs that are about pretty serious issues to kind of get those serious issues across. How's that? Is that poetic? I'm just stalling so Joe can get his banjo routine.
Are you an
I am.
A? That's
No, wait a minute. Am I? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm in B.
never what you want.
That's what it is. Sun to sun. B. Capo 4. Guitar and banjo.
That's what all those words say, but you can play wherever you want.
What's wrong, people, with this old town? Everywhere I go, I hear the same old sound. Talk, 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 talk from sun to sun. And while we talk, another fool goes and buys a gun. Pretty little girl in her pretty new pink socks gets shot down just a skipping down the sidewalk. Dreams all gone, all dead and gone. And while they're dying, another fool goes and buys a gun. Sweet little children sprayed with bullets in a schoolhouse. No one seems to give a damn. We're living in a madhouse. Prayers, tears, prayers, all from sun to sun. And while we pray, another fool goes and buys a gun. Walking around in a world gone crazy. Big shot politicians in their black Mercedes don't do nothing, nothing from sun to sun. While they're doing nothing, another fool goes and buys a gun. What's wrong, people, with the US of A? Lost our minds and we lost our way. Prayers, tears, talk from sun to sun. And while we weep and moan, another fool goes and buys a gun. Alice didn't show up tonight, Joe. She came last year. That was pretty fun. Of course, it was pouring rain and she'd been making soup all day, so.
That's often what I do is I go here, I make soup during the day and go out to music at night.
Yeah. It is getting to be soup season.
Soup season.
In the fall of the year, soup
without
You
soup.
could be making soup.
You could be making soup. Here's another one I wrote with my friend John Lowell.
Robin, what did you put in the water you gave us?
My friend John Lowell lives in Montana. He's a big student of history, and we decided to write this one. I have my music partner, my duo partner is Mike Compton, mandolin player, and for whatever reason, as long as I've known him, I've called him Pard. Hey Pard, how you doing? Hey Pard. And so we wrote this about, and it's called Old Pard, about two old cowboys cowboying together. And you would think that I would sing this with Compton, but as he says, God, I hate cowboy music. Susie, thankfully, likes this song, so we'll do it for you. Cowboy Winslow, tending his fire, he keeps it small so the flames don't get high. His old heart stands vigil, the keen watchful eye. East, west, north, south, the land and sky. As the herd beds on down, they visit a while. Old Pard says change is coming with a sad, wistful smile. Then off in the distance, a steamboat's low rings out through Fort Benton, loading cargo, then home. Oh, the days of the trapper are over and gone, and millions of bison have been turned into bone. The Blackfeet are cooped up on small plots of ground. Towns full of greenhorns spring up all around. Pard says, hold on, the whistle I hear, it's the iron horse bringing more changes I fear. Soon you won't swing a cat without hitting someone, and strands of barbed wire mean the old ways are gone. Old Pard says Australia is still wild and free, place to stretch out, it's a good place to be. No changes will follow wherever they go. They'll both be planted, so they'll never know. Oh, the days of the trapper are over and gone, and millions of bison have been turned into bones. The Blackfeet are cooped up on small plots of ground. Towns full of greenhorns spring up all around. Towns full of greenhorns spring up all around.
together really well.
They do.
Wow,
F sharp, so.
amazing.
There's B.
That's sharp.
Wow. You go up there.
I go up here. Do you?
No, I don't. Let's see. I'll just go up there with you.
This is a song by Greg Brown. He was actually the state folklorist out in Iowa. Thank you. And he wrote this little song about early Iowa. Early is a town in Iowa. It's not about early, like early morning.
Greg's also married to the great Iris DeMint, or as my father-in-law used to call her, Irish DeMint. Early one morning, I walked out alone. I looked down the street, no one was around. The sun was just coming up over my home. Hickory Street in a little farm town. Ooh-wee, ain't the morning light pretty, as the dew is still heavy, so bright and early. My home on the range, it's a one-horse town, it's all right with me. Settlers came out here and the prairies brought life. Little towns blossomed, soon there were many, scattered like fireflies across the dark night. One they called early, they sure named it right. Ooh-wee, ain't the morning light pretty, while the dew is still heavy, so bright and early. My home on the range, it's a one-horse town, it's all right with me. Long dusty summers have cut back the years, they scorched the fine color, and it's burned off our fields, but the rain has returned now to wash away our fears. It'll be the greenest summer we've seen in years. Ooh-wee, ain't the morning light pretty, while the dew is still heavy, so bright and early. My home on the range, it's a one-horse town, and it's all right with me. Ooh-wee, ain't the morning light pretty, while the dew is still heavy, so bright and early. My home on the range, it's a one-horse town, it's all right with me. G sharp. The time with you is drawing nigh. Go out into that sort of warmish air, make it be good to everybody. How many here are here for the first time
In this place.
in this place?
Wow. Well,
So-
welcome. Come back.
The folks who have been here before, raise your hands if you haven't been here. Y'all go shake their hand and tell them glad to see them and come back. That's how this community works. That's it right there.
So I also love birds, and the term is a birder. I'm a birder. You were asking me about that today, Molly, and I just remembered it's a birder. Not a bird watcher, a birder. A birder. Anyway, and one of my absolute favorite, if not favorite, songs to hear, just about late April, early May, is the wood thrush. Incredible. I'm getting goosebumps just telling you about it. Because they're just like, where does that sound come from? It's just ethereal and pan-like. Is that a word? Okay.
It is now.
So anyway, Laurie Lewis, actually a friend of mine who actually I took ornithology from her at Warren Wilson in 1981. And we're still fast friends. And she sent me a CD done by Laurie Lewis of bird song, all bird songs, all songs about birds. And I think it was like sponsored by Audubon or something like that. But anyway, and this song is on there. And it made me think of here because often at that time of year, I live in Bynum. I either walk across our bridge and walk up Bynum Road and I hear the wood thrush on the right, or I go all the way down to Pokeberry Creek along the river and they're down there. And they're there consistently every year. So anyway, and it reminds me of it too because, you know, we have Chatham Park at our necks, we could say. Anyway, all right, enough said. I walked down the hall where the woods used to stand. Concrete at my feet, brick walls in every hand, and over my head, steel girders so strong. Where I first felt the spell of the wood thrush's song. Now the wood thrush has vanished, seeking the place that's not felt the crush of our embrace. The deep woods are gone now, and oh how I long to again feel the spell of the wood thrush's song. Over my head, just a few years ago, the poplar leaves rustled as the breezes did blow. Now the hum of the engines drown out the sound of the wind in the leaves of the trees around. Now the wood thrush has vanished, seeking the place that's not felt the crush of our embrace. The deep woods are gone now, and oh how I long to again feel the spell of the wood thrush's song. We are the inventors, the builders, the sage, the writers and seekers of truth by the page. But with all of our knowledge, we ne'er can explain the deep mystery of the wood thrush refrain. Now the wood thrush has vanished, seeking the place that's not felt the crush of our embrace. The deep woods are gone now, and oh how I long to again feel the spell of the wood thrush's song.
Susie mentioned that we love Cy Connie. He just turned 80. He's a very vibrant 80. Nothing slows him down. I've got friends. Cy likes my songwriting. He invited me down to Charlotte, where he lives, to write with him. And my friends, before I went, my friend said, "Just you wait, you'll see why we call him Cyclone." And I went up to his studio, and I knocked on the door, and he didn't just open the door, he flung the door open.
And pulled you in.
And he said, "Here's a chorus, write some verses." And so I did, and this is our last number for the evening. Thank you so much to the Bynum store and Bynum Front Porch for having us. Give them a hand. Thank you for the great song. And thank you, Miss Susie Craig, for being just a lifelong friend, and so much fun to sing with you.
Well, back at you.
There you go. This is called "I'm Going Home," and Bynum was the first place I ever lived in North Carolina. My house was right across the street. My P.O. Box was 24. P.O. Box 24, Bynum. I'm going home. I've wandered far away from friends and everything I knew. I left my home, I left my kin. Sadder yet, I left you. I'm going home, I'm going home. I have been away too long. I'm going home, I'm going home. Did you miss me while I was gone? Did you miss me while I was gone? This hard old world beat me down till I was black and blue. Music gone, no more sound, nothing left I found true. I'm going home, I'm going home. I have been away too long. I'm going home, I'm going home. Did you miss me while I was gone? Did you miss me while I was gone? As I lay down in some old barn, I dreamed a dream last night of you. You said you'd keep me from all harm if one favor would do. You said, "Come on home, come on home. You have been away too long.
Probably not. No, I'm just kidding.
Sing one and I'll sing with you. Sing one, I'll sing with you. What you want to sing?
We said one more.
Well, what did I sing, Tiara? Come on, daughter. You're supposed to be my memory. You see?
Singing as we rise.
There you go. Sing that.
It's just, it's F if you just put it.
It's F if I just play it.
You can play a C chord that way. And if you want to do
Okay.
that.
Thank you, whoever said that.
I believe that was Jim. I wrote this when I was teaching at the world's most aptly named music camp in England. It's called Sore Fingers. And a friend of mine, an English fellow, we were walking to breakfast and he said, "Did you hear those larks this morning? They were singing as they rose." And I went, we put together 3 verses you can sing along if you want to. It doesn't have to be good, it just has to be loud.
He makes it sound so easy. It's like somebody will say something and there's a song. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm in awe of songwriting. I'm in awe of songwriting.
Let's just play it like this. Up on the mountain, mother is singing, laughing and shouting, her sweet voice is ringing. Pay no mind to dark and stormy skies. Mother is singing, singing as we rise, singing as we rise, singing as we rise, headed to the pinnacle, singing as we rise. Up on the mountain, my father is working his obligations, he's never shirking. Pay no mind to dark and stormy skies. My father is working, working as we rise, working as we rise, working as we rise, headed to the pinnacle, working as we rise.
Thank you.